I don't want to brag, but combined YouTube and Spotify, we had 33 listeners for our
Chud!
episode 1 of podcast.
33.
I know.
That's as many years as Jesus was before he was crucified. That is a pretty solid number of people to start with. You know, he only had 12.
Yeah. Are we more famous than Jesus?
You know, currently at the time when he was our age, also no. But you know what? More people might know who we are. I had a random person in Pensacola recognize me from
Well,
Pennsylvania. So I don't think Jesus ever had that.
it's. Yeah, I wonder if people recognize Jesus in Pensacola. I mean, you do give off Pensacola vibes.
I'm definitely a Pensacola comedian. And speaking of, I'll be there on May 30th for the first
Right.
time in a long time. Yeah, Pensacola feels like my kind. I'm too trashy for Destin and too old for Panama City Beach.
That's like the worst version of the like too old to or born too late to explore the sea, born too early to explore the stars. I'm
Yes.
too trashy for Destin. I'm too rich for Foley.
I'm not too rich for Foley. Foley's got a Lambert's Cafe where they do the throwed rolls, and boy, what a restaurant! That
I
place,
fuck with Lambert's.
I love Lambert's, and they have the outlet mall. Any place that has an outlet mall is a destination vacation for me. Foley,
uh
Alabama, Destin, Florida, uh, almost to Dallas.
yeah, dude, you're a panhandle boy, honestly.
Yeah, and that's a sad thing about me that I'm wrestling with.
Yeah, that's tough. Well, welcome to episode 2 of Learnin with Lou and Steven. I'm Lou Ferris, that is Steven Taylor,
Do we
and we're
already start?
figuring it out.
We already started?
Yeah, brother, we're in here.
You're gonna
It's not
tell
just
them
me
that
and you shooting the shit.
you're gonna tell them I'm a panhandle person?
Dude, panhandle boy.
I'm a panhandle man. I'm a manhandle. That's gonna be my new stand-up name,
Is manhandle?
manhandle.
Oh,
It's
dude,
actually pretty good. I'm gonna get rid of formerly Fat Steven and change my name to Manhandle.
when we eventually quit comedy and finally pursue wrestling at the age of 41, that should be our tag team name, is the Manhandlers.
That's honestly pretty great, and we cannot fight women.
I think we can only fight women.
Dude, Darla was trying to get me to she was like, "We should do a wrestling class." Because I picked her up and, like, slammed her and then had her do the same thing with me. Like, I showed her how to, like, sell it, like, how a tiny woman can slam a big man. Like, I just did a little flip onto the couch, and, she was like, "We should do this." And I was like, "I can't do another performance-based silly thing. I can't do stand-up comedy and professional wrestling at the same time." Also, I have very little desire to take out the magic of professional wrestling by doing it. Nothing is gonna make me hate pro wrestling more than
Yeah.
doing pro wrestling, but I might
Um,
take a class.
I mean, that'd be fun. I believe in you. I think you and Darla would do it, especially. I mean, how much bigger do you think you are than Darla? Time
Ooh,
2.5?
200 pounds.
Easy.
Well, no, that would
So,
mean that she's 100 pounds, but you know what? We're not far off.
yeah. Okay, so what are we doing comedy wise right now? We got some shows coming up. We're in Denver on July 3rd, Louisville,
Yeah.
Colorado, July 4th. It's crazy they call it fucking Louisville and not Louisville.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's like every state west of the Mississippi hates France.
That's right. That is
So,
true.
like, if you're west of the Mississippi River, you don't like France at all. So anything like Louisville, they're like, no, it's Louisville. If you go to Pierre, South Dakota, which I've always called Pierre, South Dakota, they call it Pierre, South Dakota. You know, and even
You know,
outside of New Orleans, like Louisiana does not like French. We like claim
no.
to, but like I grew up in Bossier City, which if you were French, it's obviously Bossier. Like, but they call it Bossier. They're never going to give in to the French. We called them freedom fries. We'll never forget.
And that's fucking dumb because it's not fries from France. The way that they're cut is called Frenched.
Nobody cares. It's about the symbolism.
So,
Symbolism is powerful, and we will not back down like the French. I don't know what it is. It's like this deep seated thing. that
And it's
you and I grew up with that.
dude, I know it's
You hated Canada.
I still hate Canada, man. Canada's they
You've
act like they're so
never
much.
been.
Yeah, because I don't need to fucking go to Canada to understand that they have their fucking noses up in the air at America and they're just like us.
Just
They
like
love
us.
fucking guns and racism too, dude. Canada is not some apex of acceptance.
I mean, they're they're doing, like, better than us.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, but how many different races are there in Newfoundland?
I'd guess, like, more than 10, about more
Not
than there were in North Louisiana.
Not a whole lot, dude. Anytime you yeah, right. Anytime you read about Canada and the way they treated indigenous people, though, it's like they just swept it under the rug.
Now
And it's like,
look,
brother,
we are in no room to criticize any treatment of indigenous people.
I'm
We
saying
are from the wrong country to have any say in how
I mean,
somebody
I'm
does
saying,
it.
look, I will be criticized. America will be criticized, but not by fucking Canada.
I think
We can
Canada's got a pretty good point. They got universal health care. Uh, they never really had slaves.
Oh, did they not?
Well, not like to the same level. What I'm saying is, I mean, I think that they are probably the best to criticize because they are the closest. And if France criticizes, it's like, what have you done? We've only saved you, but nobody's attacking Canada. We're not having to defend Canada from anybody. We're
I mean,
trying
we
to
attacked
assume
Canada in
Canada.
1812.
Huh?
We attacked Canada in 1812. There was a whole war. They burned down our White House.
See? We really put them through it. And that was
Nah,
before
dude.
we got rid of slavery. We probably
Nah, I
wanted to make
can't
them
stand
slaves.
Canada.
Huh?
I just can't stand Canada.
But
I
that's what
mean,
I'm saying. There's this deep-seated xenophobia in the South that we all are reckoning from.
well, after Louisville, we got what? Raleigh, North Carolina. We're going Syracuse, Albany,
This is the
Greensboro.
plugs? We're talking
It,
about how much we hate Canada and the plugs?
yep, Atlanta,
Jesus.
Birmingham, Charlotte. We're
Just tell
traveling
them
all
we're
over.
going everywhere.
We're going everywhere except
Everywhere
for Canada.
except for Canada. France, look, I'll do it if you ask.
I want to go to France. The Saints are playing in Paris this year against the Steelers, and I want to go because last time I went over there, I went to England for the Saints game, dude, and I watched the Vikings beat us on a doink field goal. And dude, it's fun going to an NFL game in Europe because everyone's just wearing any jersey they can, and they are just shit faced, dude. People in Europe can drink, especially London.
Well, I mean, can they drink or are we just like surprised that they drink? Because like growing up in Louisiana, everybody drinks. Do they drink more than that or do they just drink that amount and we're like, whoa, I didn't realize that Europeans had trash too.
Dude, no, it's like in London, they will get off work and go straight to the pub and pound like 15 pints and then just black out. And they do that every night.
Do they
We were
have
walking.
recreational?
Do they have recreational booze? Yeah.
No, weed.
No, dude. And they like their alcohol too much. We were walking to the stadium and it was like a 2 mile walk. And I wanted to stop and get beer. And Amy's like, I don't think that's a good idea. We don't know the laws around here. And I just kind of gestured around, and every single person, man, woman, and child, had a beer in their hand in the street. And I
Yeah,
was like,
because
yeah, I think we're okay.
isn't it like 10 years old? You could just like,
Yeah, probably.
you could just drink whenever. Yeah, man. I think like that's what I'm saying. Places in different parts of the country and or in different parts of the world have amazing rules and amazing setups, and we only criticize. That's all we do is criticize because they're not in North Louisiana. We're
Yeah,
defensive of Shreveport and Alexandria.
respectively.
What are you looking at?
Me, I was looking up when was the last person to get
Bro,
crucified.
we cannot have a conversation if you're looking up when the last person to get crucified is. It's supposed to be learning where we're teaching each other something, not where we're actively reading.
Do you want to guess when it was?
No, because crucifixion, I mean, by the state,
Yeah.
I mean, technically, like lynchings were by the state, but if we don't want to include those, and I imagine Wikipedia doesn't want to get into that, like a crucifixion on a cross.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Probably actually recently. It's probably like some Alabama shit. Uh, no, because they would think that that was like blasphemous and sacrilegious. Is it in
There you
America
go.
or is it in any country?
Uh, it was not in America.
Okay, then I'm gonna guess 1802.
2010.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah. See, I was like, okay, well, this might be relevant. I graduated high school when the last crucifixion happened.
Okay, but where was it?
Syria.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that checks out. That'd be a good propaganda video.
It's crucifixion.
Yeah, if you're ISIS, dude, that's like a number one propaganda tool. We crucified a guy.
I mean, ISIS definitely has to have like the propaganda dude, right?
Are you kidding me? They have you ever seen ISIS propaganda?
No.
Bro, you haven't been watching have you watched the Iran propaganda?
I no, dude, my only
Oh
propaganda
my
is
god, dude. They're in a meme war with America right now, and Iran is
oh, I have
kind
seen
of
that.
dominating.
I have seen that, dude. And they're doing like Lego shit.
Yes, dude. They're very funny, but ISIS propaganda, like throughout Twitter in the, 2012 to like 2020, bro, like, yeah, it's like montages. It like looks like it's highly edited. It looks good. You're like, no wonder, just some dude in Syria is like, yeah, I want to go hang out with the bros and blow shit up and play cops and robbers. That's what they make it look so fun to be a terrorist.
ISIS is for the boys.
Well, I mean, almost exclusively. That's kind of like
Yeah.
one of their core tenets.
How many people in ISIS do you think like went to college?
A lot.
Think so? And just got radicalized and they were like, all right, I'm gonna make memes for Allah.
I mean, they're not the people who went to college might not be the ones making memes. They might be the ones strategizing or fundraising or coordinating, but like, you know how many fucking Ivy League students and graduates were in Waco for, how many of these like Harvard educated people join cults? Like,
Probably significant amounts. I mean, to get into Harvard, you have to have some kind of psychopathic tendencies to even want to have that
I
kind of success.
I don't think cults are psychopathic. I think that you're just like, I think being delusional is not or radicalized is not relegated to how smart you are. Like there's something deeper at play there that taps into your psychology and your whichever, cult it is, but there's a lot of smart people that do a lot of really dumb shit. I mean, look at all the MAGA people that we know. I know a bunch of very educated MAGA people. I know a
Yeah,
bunch
and
of
it's crazy.
it's not crazy. It's like a system. Like they make billions. Trump just tried to sue the country he runs for $10 billion. Like they have so much money that's being pumped in to make these people believe this, and it's been there for years, dude. Like it's just, I mean, I don't blame them. I know a lot of stupid people that are MAGA, but I also know a lot of stupid people that are on the left. Like it's
I
an
think
equal
people
amount.
just might be stupid.
N I mean, I don't I mean, I think everybody is dumber than they think they are.
Oh, dude, that's tough because I think I'm pretty fucking dumb.
Yeah, and you're probably right there. If you think you're
that's
dumb, you're probably accurate. If you think you're smart, you're definitely dumber than you think you are.
that's why I really enjoy arguing with people from college about politics. If I can get them to waste their time arguing with me, or I guess about anything, because in college I was trying to be Animal House. I was trying to chug a whole fifth of vodka in one go. I was the guy playing Edward Four Loco hands, and you're going to take time out of your day to argue with me. God, what a lovely waste of time that I've put upon you.
Yeah, I used to argue a ton on social media, and then I lost a lot of my friends and family because I don't argue kindly. I don't if you're engaged in an argument with me, it means that you think you're gonna win, and I think I'm gonna win, and I'm competitive and rude. So,
Don't you have like an argument locked and loaded in like your message to your dad?
sometimes I've got a notes app that I could, send him a couple copy and paste from. But my dad and we used to argue. Now, what I do is I just like agree with him. And that makes him take a second to be like, my son is a flaming leftist. Why is he agreeing with me? Maybe I'm wrong. And I think that is the way to the future. Like, we got to stop arguing with people. We got to just start being like, oh, yeah, I think that does make sense.
I don't know if my dad would recognize that. I think my dad would be like, "I finally brought the boy back to the right side."
Well, yeah, your dad still thinks that you're redeemable.
Yeah.
My dad knows who I am as a person, and he knows that he views me the way that Archie Bunker viewed Meathead, just a leftist swine. And he's not wrong. I'm both of those things. But I, you know, he knows if he agrees with me. And same thing, if I ever agree with him, he had the same take that I did on the Will Smith Chris Rock slap situation. And I was like, this is not good. I need to reevaluate everything I've ever believed in my entire life. So
Yeah,
I
once
think
your dad comes out and says something, you're like, "Oh, fuck. I'm agreeing with Fred and Randy."
Well, yeah, dude, my dad was like, for being a MAGA dude, he was very pro vaccine and pro COVID mandates. And so that got me to be like, am I anti vax? Very quickly about to be like, I think we should be able to go wherever we want, take off the mask. Like, I was very close because I was just like, this is bamboozling me. And now that it's gotten further away, he has been like, I'm glad I didn't get the other boosters. It's like, you're such a simp.
My dad spoke out against police brutality.
And that's when
He's
you're like, maybe the
yeah,
police
I
are
was like,
doing a good job.
yeah, I was like, "Damn, do I back the blue?"
Dude, that's how it happens. I'm telling you. When you get somebody who you vehemently disagree with and they agree with you, that works so much better than arguing.
Dude, you know what sucks? The other day, Trump said that NFL ticket prices were too high. And I went, "Oh, man."
He's a populist. He's doing him and Tucker Carlson. Populism is easy.
Dude, "You can't say that, man. Now I gotta go fucking pay more."
Yep. And he's doing it so that he can keep doing these like NFL announcing gigs. We never saw Barack Obama announce an NFL game. I've seen Trump do like 3. It's insane.
Who does Obama root for?
He's a Chicago guy, so he was a Bears fan and a White Sox, and obviously the Bulls.
Oh, yeah. He says he also has a soft spot for the Pittsburgh Steelers, which, I mean, if you grew up in the 1970s and you got to see the Iron Curtain, yeah, you're going to root for the Steelers. Like the same reason all millennials think Michael Jordan is better than LeBron.
Yeah, the same reason that you rooted for the Patriots, you fucking sellout bandwagon piece of shit.
Dude, I fucking loved Gronk. And honestly, I didn't even care about the NFL that much. I was just going through my life. I was reading like a bunch of Tucker Max and like, you know,
You read Tucker Max?
dude, I've read all of Tucker Max's books like 15 times. From
Oh
ages like
my
20 to
god.
22, I loved Tucker Max.
This explains so much about your personality.
Dude, I was the most insufferable douche of all time.
Oh my god. That's like when you find out I was an evangelical Christian. This is
You know what sucks? It's that yeah, it really affected me negatively. I became like the douchiest asshole of all time. And then when I became the douchiest asshole, like 3 months later, I lost my virginity. And I was like, "Hey, this works."
oh, it like you got confirmation bias.
Yeah, I was like, "Damn, I'm fucking now because I'm an asshole."
And not because you were a 20-something-year-old who was bound to finally in a
Yeah,
frat.
it wasn't that, I was fucking 20 and I just lost 70 pounds. And it was honestly all it was is that what changed is I started finally talking to women. I was
Yeah,
I was
it
like
is amazing.
being an asshole, but my whole philosophy up to that point was like, no, you should always be polite. If you hold the door open and if you like her Instagram posts, she'll notice you.
Yeah. I think the reason we have this male loneliness epidemic is because nobody realizes, like, how to talk to women, and I never knew how to talk to women. My dad, very good with women, never taught me anything about women. Never like heart to heart, a birds and the bees, nothing. But I look back at pictures of my dad, I was like, dad had drip and he always had like different women, and they were crazy women too. Like, they were obsessed with him. They would, like, tell me things. They'd be like, "Your dad is doing this and doing that," and I was, like, 8 years old. Like, these were crazy, insane women who were obsessed with him, and I was like, "Man, I just don't have that," and then I learned, "Oh, you don't have to talk to people to pick them up." Like, that's weird. That's creepy to be like, "Oh, I'm trying to," but you just, like, have a conversation with somebody
Yeah,
like you
it's
would.
wild just talking to people.
Yeah, and then you talk to, like, 5 people, and out of the 5, 1 person is gonna be like, "Oh, it was a fun conversation."
It was also probably easier 50 or 60 years ago with you can get a guaranteed conversation starter by saying, "Hey, do you have a lighter? Hey, do you want a cigarette?" And every person would say yes.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, look, we've gotten more antisocial, but I also think that that's just because people are so obsessed with, like, trying to it's like an ego thing. That's what it was for me. I was always in my head, I never wanted to get ashamed. I never wanted to get made fun of or embarrassed by a chick. But then once you, like it's the same way of having a conversation with a dude at the bar. That's the way that I treat women at the bar now is like people. It's crazy what happens when you start to treat women as people.
Yeah, dude, honestly, I'm real good at fucking talking to dudes. I'm like S tier talking to
I'm so
guys.
good at talking to dudes, and then I realized you can just do that with women. You could just say the exact same stuff. Even if you don't have a topic of conversation, you can walk up to a woman at the bar and be like, "God, I hate Tom Brady." You're gonna have a conversation. It might not stay on Tom Brady, but, like, you just talking.
There are people out there who do not believe like the male loneliness epidemic is a thing. And you and I both have our significant others have been gone for like 3 days. And we talked about it this morning. I've been in the house alone by myself and I'm just like I'm so bored. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't, know how when we go on tour, they deal with this. Like, I've had cereal twice today.
Yeah.
Twice, 2 times in a single day I've had cereal because I'm like, "What is there to live for?" Like, I'm
Dude,
just not thinking anything outside of the current moment.
if there's a graph of like me and Amy and like the point where Amy started getting really really good at stuff cuz she used to be like in her head that she didn't think she was good at many things. And then she got really good at everything and I think that correlates right when I started leaving for long periods of time to do comedy where she was like, "All right, well I'm bored and I'm not just going to sit here." And then she realized she's actually good at fucking everything, and now that's just like compounded upon itself. Like I was gone for 2 weeks, I came back and she'd made an entire torso of chainmail by hand.
Damn,
I know. And she was like, "Yeah, I just picked up a new hobby." And she's done all these like
chainmail.
incredible things. She's like, "Yeah, I refuse to just like sit here and exist." And I'm like, "That's kind of hot, but I need you to realize that, it's like I need you to not realize that you're like leaving me behind here. A lot
Oh,
better than
baby
me."
insecure about the chainmail?
Dude, you come back and your wife has made a whole suit of chainmail. You're like, "Oh, damn. I hope she doesn't realize she can do a lot better."
Who does she have in the dungeon?
Yeah. And
And
why
why
isn't
is
it
it not
me?
me?
Yeah. How about you make some whips next time for us too?
Yeah, I think that that's the tough part. Like, it's, just sitting here like, "Oh, I need to do things." And I can't bring myself to do it. And the worst part is I don't talk to my friends. Like when she's here alone, she like talks to her friends and goes out. If I want to talk to anybody, you and I were talking about this, we have to go to an open mic, which is clinically the worst way to pass the time. Nothing will increase your loneliness quite like open mic comedy. And
Yeah. I
it's
think the worst feeling in the world is bombing, like at an open mic when you actually like tried and you wrote shit down, and then you come off and no one even like gives you that fake like, hey, good set or anything like that. Like everyone just doesn't talk to you for like the next 30 seconds. And I was like, that this makes me feel so bad, dude. I
I
was really trying to be funny up there.
I never worry about bombing at an open mic because, like, that's what they're for, you know? It's just it's the only art form where you have to write something so that you can speak it. Like, that's the only reason that I'm at the open mic is just so I can speak it to chairs even. That last night I did, uh the mic was there were 2 people there and the host, and I did the exact same set that I wrote down these bits and was like, "I just gotta say them out loud." And you're not gonna believe it. It wasn't like I didn't crush and nobody gave me the like, "Hey, good job." But that's like my favorite part of the mic is that nobody's really paying attention. I think the part that sucks is like watching the mic and trying to be supportive and watching somebody get like in their head about it and be like, "Wow, you guys really don't like that." It's like there's 3 people in this room right now. Like
I
you can't
think
even bat 100% to it's impossible.
I think the worst I ever felt after a mic was right when I moved here, when I moved to Denver from Orlando, and I thought I was hot shit. I was like, yeah, man, I got 30 minutes. I'm a feature set. I've been doing comedy like 4 years. And then I just went, I didn't, in my mind, in Orlando, open mics, they always had like a crowd. And so you're able to get some laughter. And then I went and didn't realize that it was just all comics at an open mic. And I was trying to impress. I did my best 5 minutes and got 0 laughs the entire time. Dude, I was like driving in my car. I was like, man, fuck Denver. Denver sucks. Like I didn't realize that an open mic is a workout for your comedy. But I was like, man, I'm so much funnier, dude. I was like in tears. I was like, these people don't know what fucking funny is. And now
Dude,
looking back, it wasn't a great 5 minutes, but I really tried and didn't recognize what an open mic for what it should have been.
yep. Look, the one thing that I will always hold on to from my time in the church is a Christian song that says, and this is like a saying too, so it's not just from the song, but I always hear it in the melody, is pride and not just summer come before the fall. And it's like every time I'm feeling prideful and I'm like, I'm the best, is the moment that I get my knees cut out from under me and then I end up like that night in Monty Python going, "Oh, it's okay. It's just a fly. I'll be back." But I'm weeping in my car trying to, really get my spirits back. And now I never think I'm good until I'm finished and then I'm like, "That was good." That's the only point I can get to now is once I'm done, then I can say, "Good job." But
Yeah.
I
And
never feel it anymore. I imposter syndrome really has not left me at all.
see, it's weird right now because I kind of approach comedy like Kobe Bryant. Like
God, you gotta
whenever,
clip that and send it to me, and I wanna play it at I wanna add that as my ringtone. I wanna
dude,
send that.
because dude, legitimately, like I walk into a room and I'm like, I'm the funniest motherfucker here, and I suck at comedy. Like I have both of those happening at the same time. Like I'm very confident in myself that I can be funny, but I also think I'm awful at comedy.
Yeah, I just want to, get the jokes better, dude. I got new jokes that I've been working on that I'm pretty excited about. I wish more people knew about Chud the Builder.
Isn't he the streamer that got arrested for killing somebody?
Nah, he shot him, and then in the process of shooting that person, he also shot himself. But he's like that he's not just a streamer, he's a troll streamer.
Okay,
So,
like what would he troll?
everybody he's a freedom of speech, quote unquote, troller, streamer. So, he goes around saying offensive things because it's freedom of speech, you can say whatever you want. White people can say the N word, so he just, like, says it to anybody and everybody, including black people, when they get mad or when anybody gets mad, he's like, "Oh, you're chimping out," is like what he said. And then he's like,
Whoa, that's real?
yeah, dude, all of it's very real. And it's just like this thing. It's like trying to be a provocateur so that, you know, one, you can test the First Amendment, which these people never have any idea about the Supreme Court or the First Amendment and how that functions. And then also the same way that like Westboro Baptist Church is run by lawyers. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Westboro Baptist Church, so like God hates gay people and protests the soldiers' funerals. They
All
do it
those
so
guys.
that they can get attacked so that then they can file suit and make a lot of money. And
Yeah,
I
they're the
think
same people that like the Christians that will go to colleges and stand out there that it's like sorority girls are going to hell because
exactly. They're
they
trying
want
to
to get
get
punched.
exactly. And this guy I think was trying to do the same thing as well, kind of both sides of the grift coin. But he always said he was like he would carry a gun on him and be like, if you try and attack me for saying, for using my First Amendment, then I will attack back and it'll be self defense. And it's like, bro, you do not know how the law works. You do not
No.
understand this at all. And yeah, dude. So he just finally, after like 6 months of saying this over and over, he said it to the wrong dude outside of the Nashville courthouse of all places.
Dude, Chud the Builder. Yeah, I saw that. So he said something provocative and he instigated, and then that person retaliated and he shot them and then shot himself.
Yeah. Basically, he was like saying it to the guy, and the guy was like, "Stop saying that. I've got PTSD. You're gonna make me snap." And then he was like, said something, and then the guy snapped and started wailing on him. And yeah,
What a fucking loser to then accidentally shoot yourself. I think if you accidentally shoot yourself, you should have to do it again by law.
yes. Well, I mean, dude, it's yeah, and we should get a shot this time too.
Yeah.
Um, I think like it's just another Kyle Rittenhouse. It's another disaffected white dude uh, who found a community probably online of idiots. And there is a male loneliness epidemic, and it does lead to more Chud the Builders. And there's nothing that like women can do, but there's something that we can do. We can save the men. Men, you have a community here. We're a man only community.
Yeah. I fucking hate Tom Brady. You got a light?
I don't mean that. If you're a woman, there's a man in you. Is that
Yeah, and there's a man and a woman inside of you. One of them is building chainmail, and one of them is Chud the Builder.
well? Those are
That'd be bad.
two not. Those are not great options. I'll be honest with you. Like I'm happy
You
Amy's
wanna pick
building
the
chainmail,
chainmail.
but I don't want to build chainmail. I have no interest in that
I want to
at
wear
all.
chainmail.
I don't want
Yeah,
to
but
wear
no,
chainmail. I don't want to be near chainmail. Uh,
dude, that's what we should start doing. Is that we should wear chainmail and then be the opposite of Chud the Builder. Instead of trying to instigate like problems, we should instigate like peace or progressive messages, and that's what we should do. We should try to get people to attack us while we're wearing chainmail.
with peace and
Yeah,
progressive
we should.
method,
Yeah, with peaceful messages.
and people are
That's how
going
we
to
get.
attack us
That's how
for
we
that.
get crucified, dude. That's how
People
we
are
get our Jesus.
okay, but the chainmail doesn't stop us from being crucified. So, like,
But we'd look fucking sick. We'd look like Scott Hall.
yeah, I think
Not Scott Hall. Who's Big Papa Pumps? Scott
Scott
Reiner?
Steiner.
Steiner?
Yeah, I think look, we should start a male loneliness vaccine. But you know what? They wouldn't take it.
No.
That's what Ozempic is, you fat fuck.
Ozempic. Yeah, Ozempic is the male loneliness epidemic. People will talk to you
No,
when
it's
you're
the
not
male loneliness
is
vaccine.
is Ozempic. Yeah, people will talk to you when you're not just a big fat slob, turns out.
People will talk to you if you are a big flat slob. Take it from me. It's
Dude,
perfectly fine.
I honestly when I was a bigger dude, people were very friendly to me, and then there was like a moment like I would walk down the street and like by myself, and there'd be like women like walking down the street and they'd see my big ass and just like no fear whatsoever, like they'd call out to me, be like, oh, do you want to come pet my dog, like, you look like you could, stand to bend down a little bit and pet this fucking dog. And then I started running, I lost a bunch of weight, and then like women would cross the street when I was coming. That's how I knew that I
Oh,
was losing a bunch of weight. I'm like, oh, am I fearful now?
yeah, no, I still don't have that. I get to pet a lot of dogs. Look, if you're a fat slob of a man, just Trust me, it's okay. You can do it. You can persevere. Nobody is gonna look at you different. And if you lose weight, people avoid you. Listen to this. This is what happens when you get into looks maxing. Is Lou Ferris. When you start trying to bioengineer yourself, you become a fear of women. So the male loneliness epidemic is actually looks maxing. It's how you don't get laid. For my entire life, people have been like, why is she with him? With like pretty
It
much every girlfriend I've ever had, people are like, how did he do this? By being a fat slob.
Dude, if you're one of our 33 listeners who does not know Steven, it has been unreal how high Steven has been able to punch above himself.
I'm not punching above myself, and this is the problem that we live with. Okay. You are attracted to somebody who is not a weirdo loser freak. And you know what's a weirdo loser freak is somebody who's like, I'm eating a salad roll today. As a man, you're eating a salad roll. As a man, you should be drinking milk and eating meat. That's it. And
It took
and
us
and
2 episodes for us to be like, here's what you should do as a man.
as a man, this is what we're doing. Okay, the podcast is changing actively because we don't know what this is. We just want to be able to like hang out and talk. We had the whole month of May off. So we're like, we got to start talking to each other. I think we start targeting this. We do a section every time for the Lonely Males Club, the
Yeah.
Lonely Mailbag,
The lonely
the
mailbag
Lonely Mailbag. If
calling
you're
all gamma males. Are you lonely? We gotta make new males.
If you are a lonely male, we will take your questions and we will give you advice. Because look, there is a loneliness in the male community. Okay. And that's because we don't do well with friends. We don't stay in touch. I will stay in touch with you. I will touch you
Here at Learning with Lou and Steven, you'll be touched,
by us
and we will be wearing chainmail.
if you want that. It's all about consent. And that's something you will learn at the Lonely Male Club.
Drink your milk, boy.
Dude, that sounds like a strip club in a small town, the Lonely Male Club.
The lonely male club. It's just one dude working at the club.
Yeah, you shine in a glass. Dude, I really
Yeah,
do.
just
Look,
him by himself going, God, we really should get some strippers in here.
I think a lot of our audience traditionally has been women. And I love that. I think it's great. And that's why men, you should take it from us. I think like most of our crowd's like 80% women. It's kind of crazy.
Dude, what's crazy is that the people who come to our shows are 80% women. And then if I look at my online analytics, my biggest crowd is like men in their 20s.
Oh, really? Mine is all women. Mine is like women 18 to 65. There's
Dude, here's how we get it. Gamma men of the lonely mailbag.
We are the answer for you. Look,
What?
Lou's got your content. I've got your hope.
Here it is. We will begin to reconcile, and you too can have a white picket fence one day, and you walk around your house going, I'm kind of bored.
Yeah, look, all we want for you is the ability to fart with a partner you love and for them to not be disgusted by you. And that's not that far away. It's so much closer than you think it is to just be able to be your slob self with somebody who sees that and recognizes that as beautiful. And you don't have to change for anybody but yourself.
I feel like Joe Biden right now. I'm
You
talking
feel
to America now. Men, find someone who appreciates your toe hair and you appreciate her toe hair.
Men, don't listen to that. It's just going to be us arguing the whole time. Men,
Yeah.
look for yourself, okay? You're in there. And once you find you, other people will too, okay? All you have to do is take care of yourself and talk. When's the last time you told somebody you love them that wasn't a family member? When's the last time you were grateful for a friend? That's what I'm feeling right now,
Hey,
is grateful for my partner. I'm like, God, dude, I can't believe this is what she deals with when I'm gone all the time. I'm very thankful for her. You got to be grateful for what you got, because then if you don't, you're going to, spend your time doing a podcast with your friend that you see all the time.
That's the next episode of this podcast is going to be called The Lonely Mailbag.
Dude, I think honestly, I want to get questions
Yeah, Learning
from.
with Lou and Steven is dead.
You're gonna have to put this out because you got all the men followers. I'll ask the women their questions about the lonely male experience. Okay, but
It's
we should
it's going to
talk.
be like 6 episodes before I get sponsored by some kind of like raw meat company. And
Yeah,
they're like, you got to
you're
start
gonna be the
selling
first
this.
one to be sponsored by Squatch.com, but it's not the soap. It's just Sasquatch meat.
Yes. All right, everybody. How did I lose 70 pounds? I went squatching.
I squatched it.
I squatched it, and you can too. It's kangaroo meat.
Oh my god, dude! I bet kangaroo meat is good. I bet it's lean. I
It
bet it
is
tastes
lean.
like.
I was reading about that today that you can't like just eat it. You got to put it in like a stew.
Oh wow,
That's
yeah, that
that's
makes
what we
sense.
learn here at the Lonely Mailbag. How do you eat kangaroo meat and impress the bitches?
This is what we're saying. This is who we are. Because you don't want to be like Chud the Builder. And that's such an easy pipeline to fall into. Lou and I both were in that same pipeline. You and I both had the Chud the Builder pipeline. Like we weren't
Dude,
going around and being like that big of a troll, but I was definitely a troll. God, if you could have heard me on Soul Calibur 2 on Xbox Live,
talking shit on Soul Calibur 2 is
yeah,
crazy.
Yoda the Builder, dude. I was in there like swimwear, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk shit to Nightmare right now.
It's
Look,
not a good vibe. You don't want to be that dude. It's kind of, but it's like it's easy to fall into that pipeline. I was a diehard like out, conservative fucking men or men. No, I was never like a men or men.
Hey, dude, I was so hard red pilled for like high school, and then you know what it was, dude? Is as soon as I had a girlfriend, I stopped being like red pilled, and then as soon as we broke up, I went back to like nice guys finish
It
last.
happens all the time, and it's the biggest trap. It's like, you know what it is? It's the oldest trick in the book. It's putting leaves over a net. Like it happens to every stupid dude. We're just dumb animals who like fall into this same trap over and over where you're like, I don't like women because women don't like me. And then finally a woman likes you and you're like, well, maybe they're not all that bad. And then they break your heart. And then you're like, see what I told you? Women suck. And then you either get saved again or you're lost for a very long time. And I was almost there, dude. I was very close. But I also got laid, and that really helped.
Yeah, as soon as you even see, is Tucker Max actually a feminist? 'Cause
No.
Tucker Max got me to talk to women.
Okay, that is the best thing is that Tucker Max gets you to talk to women. The worst part is that you're talking to them because they're objects. You're talking to them the way that you talk to your fantasy football players.
Oh God, yeah, you're right.
I just want you to score.
Yeah, God, look at her built like a tight end.
God, that is your type.
Gets
That's why you
gets
like
me
rock
going.
so much.
Oh, dude, man. If I could, yeah. I
You were
don't
about
know.
to say if you could fuck Gronk, you could, but it's right there. If you're a lonely male, just embrace what you really want. If it's
Yeah,
Gronk, go for Gronk, baby.
come on, Gronk. So tell me about USAA and Tide Pods.
Dude, that dude really does have a lot of endorsements.
All right. So, you want to get a teaching question to close this out here?
No, I was talking about Chud the Builder.
All right, let's do it. Um, so I got a couple of them, and I can cut out one if we don't like it. I got one question we got that I liked that I wanted to answer was what lesson made you feel like a hypocrite for teaching it? So you taught history and I taught English and history. Was there ever something you were teaching and you're like, oh man, I did not feel good about teaching this?
Trying to teach English language learners imperialism when they came from like Latin America and East Africa. That one was a tough one. You're showing them
Yeah.
political cartoons of themselves. You're like, I'm really sorry about this. Look, this
Yeah, you
is
got
the
videos of
18.
imperialism and it's their neighborhood.
Yeah, you're like, look, it was 1898, and I wish I could say times were different, but they are not. They are the exact same.
I most of my students in Denver this last year were Mexican, and then we had a whole like Chicano studies unit, and we had to learn about like the Spanish conquest. And so I was like, I even started the lesson. I was like, y'all, I understand the irony of me teaching y'all about the Spanish conquest. I understand, and they're like, all right, thanks. I remember, I had a girl from Haiti, and when she told me she was from Haiti, I was like, "Oh man, my ancestors were Cajun." And she goes, "Yeah, yeah, we were both colonized by the same people." I was like, "All right, have a good rest of your day."
She nailed it. I like when the students are better than you are.
Yeah, it happens often. Okay. Do you have any closing remarks here as we approach the hour?
Wait, what was the other question?
Um this one's fun. What is the worst evaluation you've ever had by a member of admin?
Any evaluation. Moving on. I think that evaluations should be put to death. Actually, you know what? The worst evaluation I ever had was in an interview where I was interviewing for this job as an English teacher. And you know me, I don't like to read. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
but
get
you
better about
seem
it.
like you interview really well.
I do interview really well, but I interviewed so well that they were like, "Can you bring a sample lesson?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And so I taught a fake lesson on Hamlet's soliloquy, which I'm not joking is a word I had to look up before I taught this lesson. This
Wait,
is
is this
not
to be
something
or not to be?
Yes, this is not something that I was an expert in by any stretch of the imagination. I don't know why this is but I gave a full lesson in front of a staff of an alternative school. So like all 9 teachers, and they were not impressed. Like, dude, it felt just like bombing at an open mic. I was just looking out at 9 people who were going, "Okay, yeah, I guess we asked him to do this, so now he's gonna finish." But God, if they could, if an admin could give you the light, I would have gotten it 3 seconds in.
So, and you had to choose that lesson?
I could pick any lesson I want. Oh, I have June 21st open in San Jose. I don't think we can do June 20. Wait, did he say June 21st? We'll check it after the pod.
Oh, damn, that's Father's Day. July 20. Yeah, hey, so y'all are
Look,
seeing how comedy works, by the way. You just get an email and then you stop everything that you're doing and you go, yeah, yeah, we might can make that work.
but yeah, what I got to pick anything that I wanted, and I picked
Mhm.
Hamlet's soliloquy because I
Which
wanted
is
themes.
about which is about suicide. Uh, did we fuck up?
Nope, it's here. Yeah, it's about suicide, which is again not a huge fun thing to show to your admin. That's a big swing to take. Like, really, I could have done my protest war music where we're analyzing uh, songs from the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
That would have been
Uh
way cooler.
that would have been way cooler and I would have gotten that job, but you know what? I would have hated it. Because I really don't like teaching English.
Yeah. I I think the worst evaluation I ever had was, I don't know, kind of the opposite, in which my coach really overestimated my skills. And so she told me, she was like, I think you're a great teacher. This was after after I got evaluated, and I fucking killed the lesson. And afterwards she was like, I think you're a great teacher. And I was like, I know. And then she goes, I honestly think you could be teacher of the year and the best teacher on this campus. And I had to be like, you need to pump your fucking brakes there. Because then in that moment, she told me that she basically decided to make me her project teacher and that together I was gonna become the best teacher on campus. And that's when I knew I wanted to quit teaching. I was like, I'm not doing all this fucking work. I'm already a good enough teacher. And members of admin need to realize that there is a ceiling. Sometimes you just have to accept good enough. There doesn't always have to be some kind of new initiative or rollout of, all right, we did good. Now we can do even better. No, sometimes you just need to accept this is pretty good and that's going to be okay.
Well, and if you want better, you need better incentives. Like if I win teacher of the year, now I have to go give like a bunch of speeches that I don't get paid for. Like I have to go to dinners and I have to like be interviewed by people and take pictures. Like, you better pay me for that. If I get teacher of the year, I should get a bonus from the district for like $10,000.
You don't get any of that. You have to do a fuck ton of paperwork. And then in Florida, the teacher of the year, they gave you like a 2-night cruise that was 3 hours away. And so it's like, thank you for the inconvenience of now I have to drive 3 hours to go on this. It was like a carnival cruise, like this shitty ass full of kids. Didn't even give you like the alcohol package or anything.
Hantavirus. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Next time we'll give you a used hot tub. It comes with a guy.
Yeah. Here's a pack of condoms. Congrats. Just like stuff that
Some of
eh,
them are open.
yeah, it's none of it is beneficial to the teacher. It is just press for the school. And it's like, well, you better pay me if I'm doing PR.
That's about how it goes.
Yeah, because how much do the PR people make? Like, how much does the district make? The district makes so much damn money. I better
Who do you think
get
gets
some of
paid
that.
more? Who do you think gets paid more? The PR people or the people that make memes for ISIS?
The PR people, are you kidding me?
I don't know. I feel like ISIS might pay really well.
No, they don't pay well. Dude, you got to watch Caliphate. Watch Caliphate on Netflix since you don't have anybody anymore. You're a part of the
Since I'm the male loneliness epidemic.
Yep, since you are now middle of the epidemic, go watch Caliphate. It's about like it's a high school in Sweden and how Syria like how ISIS radicalizes through European countries um and traffics people. But it's like a mini series. So it's not a documentary, it's like a fiction. And I think it's based in Sweden. So like it's in Swiss. I don't really know. No, that's Switzerland. What's Sweden?
Swedish.
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 Jesus, dude. I can't believe I taught history and geography. Crazy. And
Yeah,
personal finance, dude. Anybody can do anything. That is the answer. You could do anything you want. There are no rules. You could teach geography if you don't know what Sweden speaks.
yeah. I feel like you don't have to know a whole lot about Sweden, though. Good job, Swedes. Way to not fuck up so recently that we have to know about your country.
That's very true. But yeah, dude, go watch Caliphate. It gives you like a better insight into how that works. But dude, just look at Syria. They're not paying well. It's not going great. And I don't know if you've looked at PR for the district, but or what PR pricing is. Uh, it ain't cheap. It's very expensive. And I think if I'm teacher of the year, you can give me 10% of your income as the PR person. Or the superintendent. I don't understand why superintendents make $250,000 a year. It's
They
crazy. I mean,
don't
sure,
do
you have to run an
anything.
entire district, but
They walk around and then everyone gets real nervous and goes, "All right, I'm going to do my job." And that's
crazy.
all that superintendents do.
Which is crazy. It's like this guy doesn't care. This guy's making $250,000 a year. He's not going to do anything. Or
Dude,
she. Have you ever had a female superintendent? We just had our first one.
I did in Denver, yeah. And she was nice.
I think usually they're better. I mean, I will say women make great leaders as long as they are actively leading. Like, the only time I've had like terrible female administration is when they weren't involved in the day to day. Like, they were mostly in their office or mostly whatever. But if they're out and about, they're always great.
Yeah, the best admin I've ever had in education have all been women. They've all been very, very good at their jobs. And any admin that hides in their office, regardless of gender, is gonna be awful.
I was about to say, I've had good men, admin too, but it always comes back to, are you in the halls? Are you active? Do you know the students and teachers' names? If you can say no to any of those, then you are probably a bad leader in any field, honestly. I mean, I think that's just like, and it goes back to part of the male loneliness epidemic, to put this a little bow on this, is like the inability to be thoughtful and mindful of other people is why you're going to fail. Like, regardless of your gender, I just think women happen to be better about it because they're conditioned to be thoughtful and thinking about, what does this person need? What do they want? And men, we haven't had that for a while. And then we get Xbox and we get to be like, this is our own little world and we're the kings of it. I'm the best Roblox player on the block. Like,
Oh, Oh, dude, you Roblox as your go-to is equal to me saying I read Tucker Max.
I've never played Roblox in my life. I don't want you to get it twisted. I can just happen to imagine a world outside of myself because I never read Tucker Max.
Okay. This is so this is how we're going to end episode 2 of Learning with Lou and Steven. Maybe the last one ever. We might be transitioning over to the mailbag.
This is the Lonely Male Club.
Yep. The Lonely Male Club. Guys being dudes.
Guys being dudes and girls being snoods. Delete that. Cut that in post. Don't allow that into
0% chance anyone listened to this long.
you know what? I think there's a couple lonely males out there, and I probably know them by name. Chris, Mike, good to see you. Thanks for listening.
Stink.
Stink, we love you. Stink's not lonely because Stink has empathy, which is crazy to think that a man named Stink could have empathy.
Yeah. But he does. It's crazy. He's a doctor. He's actually I want to play video games with him right now, and I can't because he's running a camp for people that have had traumatic brain injuries and to like give them like a camp experience with support.
That rules. I think I'm gonna go watch did I watch Heat the other night?
It's good, right?
It's great. It's so Al Pacino is so funny. I don't think I realized how funny Al Pacino is in Heat. Have you seen it?
Not for a long time.
Oh my God, dude. This guy's like, I don't know why I left my family. I don't know why I chased after that girl. And Al Pacino just playing it dead serious as a detective goes, because she's got a great ass. Me and Darla were just, I was like cackling. Also, Hacks is back. Go watch Hacks. If you haven't watched Hacks, you're fucking up, dude. It's on its last season and they're cooking.
All right, so I got a lot of stuff to watch. I got to watch ISIS propaganda, Heat, Hacks.
You don't have to watch Heat.
But I gotta
If
watch
you've
Hacks.
already seen it, then yeah. But I would say Hacks and Caliphate.
I don't know, dude. I think I'm just gonna rewatch Band of Brothers.
See, and this is why you hate Canada and you don't know shit about ISIS.
All right. If you did make it this long, please write us a question for our mailbag episode, regardless of your gender. And,
yeah, if you want to know about lonely males, or if you are a lonely male and you want to know how to stop becoming one, ask a question, tell us your situation, and we'll give you a little coddling.
And you can come check us out on the road. We're going to be in, I believe I counted it. I think we're going to be in 25 states over the next few months, which is very exciting.
You don't want to go through each of them individually?
I think we already did that.
Yeah, please come see us on the road so that Lou and I can afford to feed our family. It's been a lot of fun. There are a lot of fun shows coming up. So I don't know when this is coming out.
So
we'll see you.
All right, well, that'll do it for episode 2 of Learning with Lou and Steven. I'm Lou Ferris. That is Steven Taylor. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.